In this video, I speedran Hypixel's newest take on a classic, Dropper. This whole thing started when I was playing Dropper live on stream, and I decided I would go for a sub 1 minute time. Little did I know, there was already a community of people who were way further ahead. In my research, I had accidentally discovered a small speedrunning community dedicated to doing exactly what I was, going for the world record. After just over an hour and a few dozen runs, I got the sub 1 minute time. Okay.
The highest yes, in this game.
Okay, please. Oh my god, it's gonna be neck. 59.7! 59.7! Excuse me? But something was wrong. I had an almost flawless run. I only had one death. Surely there wasn't much I could do better. However, I only got second during that run. I knew I was missing something, but I didn't know what. So I hopped on Google and began searching. It didn't take long before I found this. A 40-second time from the user Headflushed. 40 seconds, incorporating several strategies I was not yet doing, but there was more. Headflushed had created a full guide on YouTube. I'll link the video in the description, but I'm about to go over the strategies in a bit. Headflushed also linked a few Discord servers for people doing the runs and a category on speedrunners.com. These would be the basis for my next few runs. I also realized Headflushed himself was in this server, so I figured I'd try messaging him. I sent him a message and I hoped for the best. He had replied, I was now speaking to one of the earliest Hypixel Dropper speedrunners. Earliest as in 2 weeks, but whatever. I asked Headflushed 3 questions regarding his Hypixel speedruns. I asked why he started speedrunning, his motivations, his goals. Then I asked where he found most of his strategies and how he came across entering the portal without touching the water, one of the fastest optimizations in these runs. And then I asked how long it took him to optimize and perfect the runs, and if he's still going for it today. This is what Headflushed said. As of the first question, he's always been able to do things pretty fast, and he's done speedrunning casually for a while now. It's been really fun for him. All the strats he learned were actually shared by the community in the Discord servers. That's why these are very helpful. And lastly, the optimization time wasn't really tracked as the gameplay changed. Headflushed isn't really going for the world record, but he still wants faster times, and he's 7th right now. So you're probably wondering, why the hell did you interview someone who you're potentially competing against? And yeah, okay, I guess it seems odd, but a lot of the strategies I know right now are because of Headflushed and his video. So I thought it would just be nice to know a little bit more about him and his mindset when he goes into this, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. And I'll leave his channel below so you can go subscribe. On August 9th, 2022, one speedrunner would go down in history as the greatest dropper player of all time.
You should talk to me.
His name was Ethan Dute. He would achieve a sub 1 minute time in the hardest dropper map known to man. Ocean, city, sewer, upside down, balloon. This is the story of how one man changed the game forever.
I don't want to criticize, but why did you read from the last level to the first?
I don't know. Here are the strategies for the current Dropper speedruns. First, you want to play on the fastest maps using a party. This is another reason why the Discord servers are good. You can find open parties. Basically, in Hypixel Dropper, you can vote for maps, so you want the fastest maps. So obviously, the more votes you get for the fastest maps, it's more likely it's going to be played, and your time will be better as a result. Next, you're going to want to avoid water by entering the nether portal directly. Most of these speedruns lose lots of times if you go in the water and have to swim. That's why if you clip the side of the portal and you can avoid all water, you'll save countless seconds. Okay, well, you could probably count the seconds on one hand, but I mean, you'll save time and it's way better. And last, you want to immediately jump when you go through the portal to early jump into the next stage to get an early jump through that stage's whole thing. If that makes sense. Also, it's recommended to play on lower FOV to make falling easier because you can see better. So now that I knew the main strategies, it was just time to get the world record. Okay, that's a lot easier said than done. Yeah, I'm totally getting copyright struck for that one, but oh well. I learned what strategies I needed to use, but I didn't really know where to start. So I just started grinding both on stream and off stream. Man, I really love doing those little Twitch plugs. It makes me feel a lot better, and it helps me forget that I only have 23 followers on Twitter. As I did more runs, I became more consistent, and I decreased the likeliness of me dying each time. However, there were still some maps that I was still struggling on. You know, Time and Floating Islands, they were pretty difficult for the runs, whereas Well and Sewer were pretty easy. So I was stuck in this kind of gray area, but eventually I managed to get the time down to 46 seconds. This is a pretty decent run, all things considered, and what made it even more special is I wasn't even playing on all the optimal maps. You see, that run was played with Balloons and Ravine, instead of Time and Floating Islands, which means I lost time on the run, but still did pretty well. With each run I did, I was getting closer and closer to the world record. I just had to keep trying and get the right maps, and I would be there. And eventually, it happened. A 42-second time, my new personal best. And not even 10 minutes after, this happened. "40 seconds. Hours of practicing, grinding, and learning speedrunning tactics had all led up to this. And I was still in second! Whatever. The current time for dropper speedruns stands at 36.7 seconds. Just 4 seconds faster than my current time. As of now, I've decided to take a break from dropper speedruns as I'm working on other projects. But I have no doubt that I'll go back to speedrunning the game again. Now, there's a few people I'd like to thank for making this video possible. First, Headflushed, for making the guide to the runs and letting me interview him. I'd also like to thank RedEpic and Uselesslump for doing a whole lot of runs with me and helping me get tons of practice. Also, a huge thanks to Summoning Salt. If you didn't know, Summoning Salt makes incredible documentary videos on speedrunning, and this video was heavily inspired by his content. So, make sure you check him out and drop a sub if you can. I really love his content, so trust me, this isn't an ad. I'll just go check it out. Lastly, this video took me an insane amount of time to make between, editing and just learning how to speedrun. So it'd be amazing if you liked the video and maybe send it to a friend, see if they like it. Not that I'm looking for validation, just, Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.